I'm
네네.
working with terminally ill patients, and I've had many Korean patients as well. And one thing I noticed at the end of life, they were very difficult of letting go of their life. And they make healthcare choices at the end of life that is very critical, that cause suffering. But I always kind of come to an end where I cannot convince them to make the decision that I think is best for them. There is an incident where a patient who was 85-year-old, and she was dying, but she wanted to do everything there was to do, including chemotherapy. And one day, I was trying to kind of ease her into getting her to kind of accept and be comfortable with the time that she has left. And she looked at me right in my eyes, and she says, well, if you were me, wouldn't you want to live? So I felt guilty of actually doing this job. I don't want to feel guilty doing this, and I don't want to burn out. So I would like to ask your advice.
그들을 도우려고 마음을 낸 게 아니고 그들을 바꾸려고 했기 때문에 문제가 생겼어요.
So the problems became because you weren't trying to help them, you were trying to change their minds.
그들이 필요로 한 거를 당신이 해주면 됩니다.
So all you have to do is do what they need for you to do.
할 수 없는 건 없다고 말해주고
And if you can't do something, tell them so.
당신은 조금 주제가 넘었습니다.
So basically you are trying to overplay your role.
그들이 원하지 않는 거를
You're trying to do what they didn't want you.
당신 생각에 맞도록
And you are trying to change the situation so they fit within your concept.
그러니까 그들이 반발하는 거예요.
So that's why they were resisting.
그게 잘못된 거예요.
So that is the wrong way.
위로해 줄 생각도 하지 마세요.
Don't even think that you are comforting them.
솔직하게 말해 죽는 사람에게 당신 위로할 자신이 있어요?
Because, frankly, up to a person dying, how can you comfort them?
누구도 위로해 줄 수 없어요.
So no one can really truly comfort a person who is facing imminent death.
이건 너무 좀 건방진 생각이에요.
So basically, you are kind of overplaying what you can do for them.
우리는 남을 고칠 수 없습니다.
So we can't change people.
조그마한 내 아이도
Even a small child, your own,
엄마 말 안 들어요.
they don't listen to you.
근데 어떻게 처음 보는 나이든 85살 먹는 사람을 내가 바꿀 수 있어요?
Then how can you expect to change somebody, a stranger who's already 85 years old?
불가능한 일이에요.
It's an impossible thing.
근데 그걸 너무 쉽게 생각한 거예요.
So don't think too easy. You thought too easy about that.
그러니까 그 바꾸려고 하는 생각이 잘못된 거다.
So it is your thought that you wanted to change somebody that was wrong.
그러나 내 의견은 말할 수 있어요.
But you are free to speak your opinion.
할머니, 제가 생각하기에는
You can say, Grandma, in my opinion,
이거는 치료해도 낫기가 좀 어려울 것 같은데요.
say, I think this disease, is going to be difficult to cure even with this kind of treatment.
물론 살고 싶은 건 우리 모두의 욕망입니다.
So obviously we all have a desire to live.
그러나 치료를 했을 때 효과는 별로 없고
But if such a treatment will not have the intended effect
고통만 많이 커질 것
and only
같아요.
dramatically increase the suffering and pain.
이랬을 때 어떤 선택이 낫겠어요?
So ask her to make the choice. Which option would you choose?
치료를 한다 해도 성공해도 생명 기간이 조금 더 길어질 뿐이에요.
So even if the treatment succeeds, your life expectancy will increase a short bit.
그러나 그 과정이 굉장히 통증이 심합니다.
But the pain and suffering that will require for you to go through is great.
그래서 어떤 선택을 하시겠습니까?
So which would you choose?
이렇게 물어봤으면 됐죠.
Then you can ask that. That's all.
내 생각대로 이렇게 하는 게 좋겠다고 하니까
But instead of saying that according to my thoughts, you should do this and this and this.
네가 내 입장 대봐라. 니는 안 살고 싶겠나? 이런 소리 듣는
That's why
거예요.
she's rebelling and say, wouldn't you want to live if in my position?
그럴 때도 솔직하게 대답해야 돼요.
Even in that situation, you should be
나도
honest.
살고 싶을 거예요.
He said, and say, what, I would probably want to live also.
근데 너 왜 그런 얘기하니?
Then why did you tell me not to?
그래도 살고 싶지만은 이게 사라지지가 않을 것 같아요.
But I want to live doesn't mean I will live.
살고 싶은 건 이해가 되는데 이런다고 더 사라지는 게 아닐 것 같아서 한번 말씀드려 본 거예요.
So I understand and I agree with the desire to live, but I don't think that this treatment would elongate your life. That's why I told you this.
그건 제 의견을 한번 얘기해 본 거니까.
So it's a conversation of
괜찮이
opinions
할머니
and thoughts.
선택하세요.
And then ultimately the decision is up to her.
이렇게 하면 되지. 그게 뭐 어렵다고 그래요.
So that's it. So it's not so difficult.
Because I've studied and read, and because I've seen over and over what kind of suffering that would be ahead of them. And isn't it my responsibility to
그건 당신이 경험한 거잖아요.
That's your experience. That's
그
what
할머니는
you've seen.
경험 안 했잖아요.
That grandmother never
하나님
experienced
처음이에요
that.
죽는 거.
She says it's the first time that she's dying.
당신은 죽는 거 수백 번 봤지만
You've seen many hundreds of cases in which people died.
할머니는 처음인데
But to her, it was her first
처음
time
사람한테
dying.
수백 번 경험한 걸 받아들이라면 어떡해.
So if you're telling a novice, to accept the fact and the wisdom of that you earned from hundreds of experiences, how can she do so?
그건 조그마한 애한테 어른처럼 행동하라는 거
That's
똑같아요.
basically telling a small child to act like an adult.
여러 경험한 건 당신이 경험한
So it's
거잖아요.
you who experience all that.
그러니까 많이 경험했기 때문에 이런 반발이 있다는 걸 오히려 알아야
So
되잖아요.
you should actually, through your experience, realize that you will face such resistance.
나는 그 경험이 왜 경험했는지 잘 모르겠는데요.
So I don't understand what wisdom your experiences brought you.
아, 이렇게 말하면 반발을 하구나.
So you should understand that speaking in certain ways
오히려
will bring
많이 하면서
resistance.
이런 걸 배워야죠.
You should learn how to engage with patients.
한국 사람의 문제가 아니에요.
So it's not a matter of them being Korean
한국 사람이
Americans.
조금 집착이 심하겠죠.
Of course, Koreans might be a little more attached to their lives than others.
이제는 잘 살아보려고 여기까지 왔는데
Because your Korean Americans actually made their way over here to live a better
악착같이
life.
삶을 살았기
And
때문에
they have lived their life to its fullest in order to make a
죽는 게
living.
너무 아까운 거예요.
So in some way, they feel bad about trying to let go of this life they built.
그래서 이게 이민자는 더 집착이 강합니다.
So, a sense of attachment to the world is a little stronger in the first generation immigrants.
그 한국 사람들이 이민자니까 그래요.
And that is because, not that they're Korean, because they were immigrants.
Yeah, I think you're right.
네, 맞습니다.
I never thought of that perspective.
네, 그래서 그냥 자기 일 하세요.
So just continue what you've been doing.
죄의식 가질 필요도
And
없고
don't feel guilty about it.
직장에서 나가라고 하면 필요 없으면 직장에서 나가라 그럴 거예요.
Unless they fire you, I think you should stay on.
그 전까지는 필요하다는 얘기예요.
But unless if they don't fire you, that means that you still have a place and there's a need for you.
있고 나가는 건 당신이 결정하는 거
So
아니에요.
it's not you to decide whether you leave your job or not. In a way.
위에서 결정할 거니까 그때까지는 일하세요.
So somebody else, your bosses will make the decision for you. So feel
물론
safe.
다른 더 좋은 직장이 있다면 가도 좋아요.
Well, if there are better job offerings, obviously you could go.
그러니까 죄의식을 갖고 나갈
But
필요는
don't feel
없어요.
guilty and leave.
Okay, thank you.